Did you give up on the fasting, the 16-hour, 8-hour fasting? No, I did not. It's because something came on the way. I'm still recording videos, but I've not had enough time to edit the videos, so that's why you've not seen them. But I still continue observing the 8 16-hour challenge that I started at the beginning of August, and today is the 9th. Yes, I'm still on, still strong, enjoying it. It's challenging me, and I'm taking up the challenge. So today, being a Sunday, I decided to indulge. And what do I mean by indulging? Many a time I like, telling the other people in the house, like, oh, you're preparing that, I'll not have it, don't count me, because I'm following my type of diet, the one that I chose. But today I was like, why not? Count me. Did you say you're preparing pancakes? Said, yeah, count me. So I haven't even asked, like, what are the ingredients, but the pancakes look great. They are fluffy, they've got everything pancakey. So I said, yes, once in a while, these are things that I used to enjoy. I'm going to eat my pancake, and then after that, maybe tomorrow I'll be able to tell you if I felt any different. But I'm still observing the 8-hour rule. Now it's 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and this is the time when I'm breaking the fast. Because today being a weekend, I decided to relax a bit and, of course, give myself enough time. It's that's why weekends are called days of rest. So it's 1 o'clock, that's when I'm breaking my fast, and this is the foods that I am going to eat. So we have the pancakes, and next to the pancakes, I'm breaking another, not a big rule, but I rarely eat bread. But today I have one slice of bread, and that's butter that I have put on top of the bread. I toasted the bread because it's made out of sourdough. So I toasted the bread and put the butter on top. That's why it's melting. So I guess butter is good for my body, especially if it's one of those that are labeled as organic butter. And of course, I wasn't going to run away from my other foods, the ones that I like to eat when I break the fast. So I have my purple sweet potatoes here. So these are the sweet potatoes which I boiled some days ago. I stored them, and I warmed some, so that's what I'll have. And of course, I'll have my banana. I like having one banana a day, so I'm going to have my banana at this meal. And here I have, these are eggs that I prepared yesterday. I'd prepared for more than one person, more than two people, and I think there is somebody who did not eat their scrambled egg. So I found leftovers, and I was like, oh, this is so good. So this is a scrambled egg, which looks more of an omelette because of the ingredients. You can see the tomatoes, then there are onions, then there is spinach, and some spices and salt, of course. So today I'm having my eggs in that form, because what I do is every day I do take an egg. So today I'm going to have the scrambled eggs. I hope they are not going cold. And here we have my cup of tea, which I just served to show you. And as you can tell, it's already cooling. That's why we are seeing the cream on top. I always do tea masala. So for this one, I added ginger, turmeric, black pepper, and cloves, and of course, black tea leaves. And then after that, I added milk, so it's milk tea. I'm not going to take it right away with my food. I'll wait for 2 hours after taking my meal, and then I can have the tea, because I've been told before that caffeine can interfere with the absorption of iron in your food. So in trying not to mess up with the digestion and absorption of nutrients from this nice looking meal, I can wait and take my tea after 2 hours. So yeah, that's what I have for today to break my fast on the 9th of August. And in case you are wondering how am I feeling, I think I can say that I've noticed the change in energy, in that I'm able to work, like the type of mental work that I do, which is a lot of paperwork, writing, editing, doing video work, coming to social media and interacting with you guys. And still, at the end of the day, I'm not that in that state where sometimes we are like, oh, I need a break. No, no. So that's what I've noticed, that now I have a lot of energy throughout the day. And I think I can attribute that to the way I spread out my meals, in that I eat a lot of protein in the time when I'm breaking my fast. And then I lessen the amount of food that I eat when I'm closing my fast. So it's got, I think, partly to do with the food choices that I am making. Later on, as we move on, maybe on day 15 and on day 30 or the last day, I'll be able to do some sort of an analysis on the food items that I have been choosing to eat, because by the end of this challenge, if I find that it's really worked for me, then I'm not going to stop at the end of the month. What I'll do is that I'll continue practicing it. So that's why day 15 and the last day, I'll do an analysis of the foods that I have been eating, and I've been taking photos every day. So I'll be able to see what I've been eating and when. Then based on that, as I continue eating in the same way into September, October, November, December, and on and on and on, then I'll have an idea on the type of foods that maybe I need to lean more towards, or the type of foods to avoid. So in terms of change, that's what I can say as of today. And this 816 is helping me get more organized, in that if there are foods that I know I'll need during the week, like sweet potatoes, especially things that I have to get from the grocery store, then it means that I make plans for that, to get the foods, and I get them on one day, prepare the ones that take longer to cook, and store them, so that when now I'm ready to eat or to prepare a meal, it's not hard, because if the ingredients are there, then it's not hard for you to make informed food choices. And actually, that's one issue that I usually discuss with people when we are talking about eating well, living well. It's like, if you have the right ingredients in the house, then there's no way that you're going to make the wrong food choice. So that's where we start from. What are you bringing into your house? What are you planting on your farm? Will determine what you choose to eat. But that's a topic for a different day. If you have questions about meal planning, preparing a menu, making informed food choices, comment below, ask the questions, because I've been doing that like for more than 20 years. I can guide you from what you need all the way backwards to how you go out shopping, or if you grow your food, how your menu will determine what you're going to plant. So eating well starts from far. It takes time, but the benefits, they are so valuable that we cannot place a value on our health. Once you discover what's good for you, what's good for your body, you get the energy, what else do you need? Because if you have the energy, then you are able to go out there and do your work, whatever work, job that you do, and at the end of the day, you get back to your home, to your family, and you're feeling energetic, and you'll even do the work better because you have the right energy. So that's why for me, everything else comes back to the food choices that we are making, the informed food choices, and especially for those of us who are over the age of 50. We don't want to get old and sickly, because that one will have a very big price for us to pay. So thank you for staying with me this far, for coming with me. My food is getting cold, and I can tell that from the butter. So it's a goodbye from me so that I can enjoy my first meal of the day. Thank you and bye-bye.